Business owners, today I want to talk to you. I have a soft spot for you, and I want to talk to you about overcoming depression, anxiety, and fear. This past week, something awful happened in my local community. A business owner was really struggling financially, and the business was going down and down, kind of isolated himself. Wife and kids go for a walk, and they come back. And they find that their dad, her husband, hung himself. I'm getting a little emotional because I understand there's so many things and dynamics at play in that family. And that should have never happened. I wish that story had a different ending. But as a business owner, I know how hard it can be. And so I understand it from his shoes. And then I also feel the pain. I can't even imagine the pain. I've lost a lot of friends early in my life. And I've lost several friends to suicide that I know they felt hopeless. And so a lot of times suicide is because you feel hopeless. So business owner, I want to talk to you about overcoming depression and hopelessness and give you encouragement and let you know there's hope. I'm going to give you 3 things today that I want you to think about. If you're struggling in any of these areas, please listen to the rest of this video. Number 1, a lot of times that suicide will come from isolation due to hopelessness, and people will tend to isolate themselves more and more and more. So the opposite of that would be get in community. You need to open up. You need to start talking to your friends, your family, fellow business owners. Find a local church. Find some form of community where you can talk to somebody to get some help and to let people know where you're at and to share where you're struggling. Number 2 is find a mentor or a counselor. It's going to be important to have somebody that can give you an outside perspective. As business owners, we get so lost sometimes in the weeds and in the day-to-day. Maybe you're just overwhelmed with emotion and frustration and fear and anxiety and worry, and you're just completely depressed. I don't know what your situation is, but I know that based on recent studies, it shows that anywhere from 40 to 60% of business owners deal with high levels of anxiety or depression on a weekly basis. It's hard. It's really hard. Everyone online is talking about how easy and how glorious it is to own a business. Yes, it is great, can be wonderful. I love it. I can tell you it can be really, really hard too. And I know, and I hear you, and I see you. And so I would encourage you to get a counselor that knows what they're doing, like a business counselor or maybe like a church counselor or a mentor or something. And number 3 is there's always hope. My story is not too different. When I was in my 20s, I started my first company. I started a franchise. The first year of business, we broke national sales records, and it was one of the worst years of my life. Made 0 money. I ended up losing my house, getting sued by credit card companies because we were just trying to survive. Ended up injuring my back really badly and couldn't move, was laid up. And then end up being hospitalized because I had stress-induced colitis so bad I was bleeding in so much pain I had to go to the hospital and spend the night, all because of stress. I look back now and I want to tell you there's hope, because 4 companies later, I'm still here, and you can be too. And so I want to walk you through something. You may have heard something called the entrepreneurship roller coaster, and it goes kind of like this. You start with what's called uninformed optimism. This is when it's the new business, it's exciting, you don't know what you don't know, everything, you're looking through rose-colored glasses and you're just excited for what's to come. The novelty of starting something new is very exciting. But then after a while, you're in informed pessimism, where like nothing is working, everything's 10 times harder than I thought it was going to be. Why did I do this? What did I sign up for? If you're a business owner, right? Amen. You can relate to what I'm talking about. If you grind that out and get through it, you come back up top and you get to where you have informed optimism. And informed optimism is where you finally know some things, you've tested, you've grinded your way out of that difficult situation and things are starting to go better again, but it's not the end of the road. A lot of times after that, you get into crisis. A lot of businesses will go through a crisis mode. Most businesses fail within the first 5 years, a lot of times due to not enough, financing or cash flow. And so that's a high stress environment to be in. A lot of stress on the body and the mind, and emotionally it's very difficult to deal with. And so that crisis area is really hard. I was there in that crisis area, but For those that persevere and are diligent and learn how to be gritty and resourceful, that crisis area can be wonderful because it can teach you things you would never otherwise learn on how to be resourceful and how to get out of that. And so it can take you to the next level, and you'll carry that with you in your business or any other business you start for the rest of your life. You will learn so much through that period. So I want to encourage you, there's always hope, but don't go it alone. Get in community, find a mentor, coach, counselor, advisor. Always remember, it's not the end of your story. Just because you fail once is not the end of your story. I've started 4 companies over the last 23 years. First one's very tough, but immediately after I found success, had another challenging one, and then found success again. It can be done. So I want to encourage you to really pay attention to your business owner friends and family too. If you're listening to this and you have friends or family that are business owners, pay attention to them. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them how their business is going. Ask them how they are doing, and just check in with them. Love on them a little bit. I appreciate you. I see you. I care about you. I have a real soft spot for the business owner. If you want more content around business, personal development, and AI, please consider subscribing, following, like, share, comment. And if you want to level up, check out this next video.